It is countdown week. Yes, 6 days from now, January 10th, is the beginning of the MMA Boxing Addicts channel money grab. The beginning of not only putting money in my pockets for my son, for my wife, but also your son, your wife, your own pockets. If you guys are in to boxing, gambling, my people. This is the MMA Boxing Addicts channel. We already dropped our first prediction video for the first pay-per-view of the year between Subriel Matias and Dalton Smith. Live January 10th at the Barclays Center in New York City. We picked Subriel Matias to win the fight. We put 3 units on him. If you guys are wondering, a unit for me is $50, okay? Your unit could be $20, it could be $10, it could be up to $100, it could be $1,000. For me, a unit is $50. That being said, we got $175 on Subriel Matias to beat Dalton Smith. 3.5 units to come up on 2 units and end up on the green with the beginning of the first card of the year for 2026, my friends. Now, this video, I want to talk about 2 fighters who have a lot of beef between each other, country beef, but yet are from the same area, the Dominican Republic, right? Hendri, 16-0-0 with 12 KOs. And Alfredo Santiago, 17-2-0, right? It's lost 2 times to guys like Devin the Dream Haney back in 2019 and Ricardo Nunes in 2021. So, if you guys don't know, the reason why there's a lot of beef behind this fight, Hendri Sedano has a problem with Alfredo Santiago because Alfredo Santiago, yes, is from the Dominican Republic, but represents Puerto Rico. Yes, moved to Puerto Rico, and not only moved there, but if you watch Alfredo Santiago's fights, yes, he comes out with the shorts that have half Dominican Republic, half Puerto Rico. But when they announce his name, and the winner from Puerto Rico, yes, they say that he's from Puerto Rico because he represents the country, but is from the Dominican Republic. Says he has love for both countries. He has love for the Dominican Republic, and he has love for Puerto Rico for taking him in, getting fans, and getting love from people from Puerto Rico. But that rubs Hendri Sedano the wrong way. He says, this fight, I'm fighting for my country, and I'm going to show you who the real Dominican Republican is, my people. And my goodness, man, if you guys haven't seen, Alfredo Santiago and Hendri have been going back and forth, chirping at each other.
Qué sé yo qué, en Puerto Rico que me apoyan, pero los dominicanos, es que no saben que tú eres dominicano, manito.
No saben. Oh.
Te traímos el juego, tú lo sabes.
Ok, me traiste el juego. El juego te voy a llevar yo el 10 de enero. A ese que te voy a llevar yo.
And today, I'm going to give you guys my prediction. These are 2 guys that grew up in the same country, both represented, was on the national team for the Dominican Republic, right? Both say, they both claim that they beat Alves Rodriguez. Alfredo Santiago says he's beat Hector Garcia. But due to certain favoritism, that's the reason why he didn't go to the Olympics and represent his country. So he decided to start his professional career. Now, Santiago started his professional career in 2015. He's 31 years old right now. Hendri Sedano started his professional career in 2021. He's 27 right now, born in 1998. So, right off the bat, there's a big experience gap when it comes to both men resumes, right? Alfredo Santiago has fought guys like Devin the Dream Haney back in 2019, went to decision with them, got absolutely dominated. In 2019, the Alfredo Santiago that we see right now in 2025 is completely different. This was somebody who footwork wasn't as good as it is right now. IQ wasn't as good as it is right now. His jab is right hand. When he was fighting against Devin Haney, every time he threw that right hand, he was falling over himself, leaning over too much. But since then, he lost to Devin Haney, came back, got a first-round knockout, lost to Ricardo Nunes, but since then has been on an absolute tear, knocking out Carl Dagan in round 1, then coming out and beating Angel Ferreira by unanimous decision, beating the crap out of Angel. Only, in my opinion, Angel Ferreira only won round 2. The whole time, Alfredo Santiago was styling on this man, looking absolutely impressive. For the majority of the beginning of the fight, he's an orthodox fighter standing at 5'11", but was fighting in the southpaw stance and was looking like Arizona Laura. Yes, was looking absolutely fantastic. Then after he beats Angel Ferreira, comes out and knocks out Pedro Campa in round 1 and just beat Javier Fortuna, who, in my opinion, it's a good win, but Javier Fortuna at 140 pounds is completely different than lightweight Javier Fortuna or junior lightweight Javier Fortuna, right? Knocking guys out, knocking guys down in the 130, 135 weight classes. But at 140, this is not the same Javier Fortuna that we have seen in the past. But still was a great win for Alfredo Santiago. Both guys being from the Dominican Republic, it was a great, great fight and a great showing. Hendri Serrano is coming off a win against Umara, who, in my opinion, quit after the 6th round, wasn't doing too bad. At times was rocking Hendri, hitting him with huge shots, and decided to quit on the stool. Before they even got into the 7th round, before that, he beat Luis Ramos, right? I see the 16-0 record by Hendri Serrano. I see the ferociousness. I see the forward pressure that he comes with, but it just hasn't impressed me enough to think that Hendri Serrano, El Bazooka, can come in here and take out a skilled, really huge fighter for the 140-pound division. I know Serrano says he's 5'10". Alfredo says he's 5'11". But based off of the eye, Alfredo, to me, seems like he's going to be the much taller fighter now. We're going to have to see at the weigh-ins, at the face-off. But I do believe Alfredo Santiago has faced the higher-level fighters, having went to decision with Devin Haney, right? Fought a bunch of veterans. I wouldn't say he fought any of these guys in the prime of their careers other than Angel Ferreira. Angel Ferreira, 7 months after he lost to Alfredo Santiago, winning against Pitbull Cruz and gave Pitbull Cruz a tough fight, right? A tough fight. I thought it was a letdown by Pitbull Cruz. So I'm really high on Alfredo Santiago, especially watching him from 2019 to 2025. He's gotten a lot better. He's tall. We know in this fight who's going to be coming forward. It's going to be Hendri Serrano, with Alfredo Santiago fighting on the back foot, using those legs, using that movement. But is absolutely fantastic at it. Has a great jab, big left hook, big right hook. Is, to me, an absolutely powerful puncher in this division, especially compared to 2019 to right now. That being said, coming into Saturday's matchup, there's a lot of rivalry. It's a lot of heat in here. And I think Alfredo Santiago wants to prove a point against Hendri that don't say that I'm not from the Dominican Republic just because I live in Puerto Rico. I got love for both countries. And I believe Hendri is using this to promote the fight. And if you watch any of the interviews between Hendri and Santiago, I see nervous energy coming from Hendri. He says he's coming in here and he's going to do this for Javier Fortuna and the Dominican Republic and show him why he's the true Dominican. And I think Alfredo Santiago is pissed off about that. It's one of the most disrespectful things that you can say. And because of that, I will be picking Alfredo Santiago, who has showed to me he can fight different stances, orthodox, southpaw. He can fight on the back foot. He can put the pressure and lay big punches on you. Great IQ, clinches when he needs to, uses his height, uses his reach, And I think it's going to be a long night for Hendri. I think if Hendri wants to win this fight, he needs to continue to put the pressure, but let his hands go. Don't get caught while you're letting your hands go, but let him go. Don't be afraid. Because if you're going to beat Alfredo Santiago, you've got to catch him, right? Like Ricardo Nunes, who knocked him out in round 9. You've got to be able to catch Alfredo Santiago. Go to the body in the early rounds. Get him a little tired. But while you're doing this, don't get countered, because it's the reason why I'm picking Alfredo Santiago. I just seen that he's able to win fights in different ways, and I think he's the more well-rounded fighter, more experienced. Like I said, started his professional career in 2015 compared to Hendri, 2021. Been in way bigger fights. Been in the ring with guys like Devin the Dream Haney. We have never seen Hendri with even a B-level fighter in the sport of boxing yet. So I'll be picking Alfredo Santiago to beat Hendri Celdano this week. Now, the odds haven't dropped yet. I've been looking all over every gambling site. As we head closer to Saturday, we'll see if they drop them. If anybody out there sees any odds, send me a DM at MMA Boxing Addicts on my Instagram, or let me know in the comments so I can see them and make my actual prediction video on what the money's going to look like and how much money we're going to be putting on Alfredo Santiago to beat Hendri Celdano, my people. This is the MMA Boxing Addicts channel, and I cannot wait for. This is a battle between two Latinos that are fighting for their country and where they're from. And you know, when you get a fight like that, it's going to be absolutely amazing, my friends. Puerto Ricans, Dominican Republic, stand up, because we got ourselves a fantastic fight that I can't wait for, my friends. Let me know who you guys think is going to win in the comments. This is the MMA Boxing Addicts channel, and I'm out. Let's go.